Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Browns are top 10 in pass yards, going up against the Falcons secondary that could be in for a long day.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll drop to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's Ingram, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Ingram again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. DeAndre Andre Smelter with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards on the ground. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run here with Ingram. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down, Kaiser. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Crowell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. To throw is Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They go to Johnson again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain. Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go!
Kaiser now on second down. And down he'll go at the 25. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball.
And he coughed it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On the counter, Ingram. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Kaiser. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. After the penalty, it's Ingram. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A first down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's go.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Kaiser to throw it. Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Coming left, it's Ingram. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line. in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand Ohio. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
They're running. Ingram. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 6, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Let's go. Flex round.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On play action, they'll throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Johnson on the counter. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan, and he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here we go now. Over. Back down, Philly. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 8 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a first down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Back down, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ingram. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And the D looking like they may blitz. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Here we go. Gun! Let's go!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Back to the NFL. Here we go. Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. On the return, Jabril Peppers. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Come on, let's go.
In motion left goes a tight end. Running right, this is Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Crowell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Let's go.
On the carry, it's Logan. Room here to run. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game.
Here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They